Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm Meenaal Fatma, and today yet again I'm going to be bringing up another very important topic in my classroom talks. So before I start the class, let me just quickly connect it on my phone. So in case you want to have a quick chat with me or want to clarify any of your queries, you can just put up your comments in the live chat session and ask me. So just give me a moment. Put up your comments in the live. Got it. Yep, it's there. Cool. So Merry Christmas everyone, and I hope you are already planned well for your new year. And just a second, let me just check. I'm not sure if you could see me. Oh yes, I think you can now. Good, great. So yes, as I was saying, a Merry Christmas to you guys, and I'm sure you have well planned your new year. And in case you have not yet subscribed to the channel, make sure you subscribe to it and press the bell button so you don't miss any videos that come up, not just from me, from everybody else on the same channel. Yeah, so I'm also available on different social media profiles on Telegram, Instagram and Facebook. So I keep putting up my free lessons, all the plus courses and all the details about all the upcoming classes and courses. So make sure you stay posted there. And before I further start, I just want to quickly tell you about Unacademy. So Unacademy is a learning platform which gives every individual an opportunity to diversify how you learn. So learning has shifted its domain from a physical domain to a lot more private domain. You can learn in your bedroom, in your washroom, in your kitchen, in your car, in the cafe near to your house, in the park in front of your house, wherever you want, right? So on Unacademy, I think we are trying to address one of the biggest challenges of our country from becoming developed is education, because the literacy rate of a country is really poor. So I think I'm really obliged that I could be a part of it and try and help as many students as possible in fulfilling their dreams at very economical rates, and trying to give the best of the inputs as possible. So on Unacademy, you have live classes where you have also an opportunity to first assess your educators through special classes, and after those special classes you also have the plus classes where you have to take a subscription to attend the classes. And these plus classes are all structured classes which are organized in kind of a manner where all the topics of that particular course is covered in quite brief and content way. Yeah, so that was a little bit about Unacademy. As we go ahead, I'll keep mentioning things as they come up. So today we are discussing the benefits and drawbacks of studying abroad, and this is one question which is just not popping in your head. It also pops up in your family's head, in your friend's head, in your siblings' head. It's just a question that is just not yours, but there are so many people who are curious too, who are connected with you. So make sure you share this video in your entire family. I'm sure they're going to be well convinced as to why you should go abroad. Okay, and you know, our slogan is let's crack it. On Unacademy, our first slogan, let's crack it, but I kind of have modulated for all my students. We'll not just crack the exam, but we'll make sure that we target a high band score. That should be our prime target. So let's crack it and score higher. Now a quick introduction about myself, guys. I work as an architect. I've done my bachelor's from Birla Institute of Technology, and from there I moved to London where I did MArch from A School of Architecture. I have worked in some cities in India, Dubai, as well as in London. In fact, I was in London for the past 2 years and I got back recently. I have given the exams myself, IELTS as well as IELTS UKVI, and got an overall band score of 7.5 in both of them. And in fact, if you're interested to see my test report form, I have put up in one of the YouTube classes and also in the special classes. Special classes are the free classes on Unacademy. So I have put it up, I guess it was on 1st of October ki special class thi. Do give a look. And also it's important to see how the different band scores in your different modules start affecting your overall module, and it'll give you a rough idea how you need to strategically prepare not just one module but all 4 modules. And just because there's one which you find difficult, you can't keep ignoring the other one. So it's important that you see how things work before you strategize your exam. Okay. Now, I have recently won an award as well, which was part of the monthly educator award that Unacademy provides, and I got an award for Johnny Ive, which is given to a person who creates the most well-structured courses. So I got this award just the last week, last Friday, I guess. Yeah. So I have also opened up the basket that is in the picture over there on the table, and in case you want to see what I got, I have put it up in my classroom talk part 3 video, where I showed all the gifts that I got other than the basket and the flower that you see on the table. And that's my entire team who works with me all together to present to you the best of the best courses with best strategies available. Okay. Now let's start with the discussion of benefits and drawbacks. Now everything has their own positive points and negative points. You just need to assess as an individual which one works better for you. Okay. Now personally, I honestly feel like the benefits outweigh the drawbacks. So I would definitely recommend everybody to just go with the benefits, but I also want to make you aware of the drawbacks as well, because it's again a very important point where you have to address when you are planning to move abroad. And that was one thing that actually just got my head like fluctuated every time. I don't know what to do, what not to do. Are these just the benefits? Are these just the drawbacks? So I'm going to help you clarify both of them. So whatever decision you make with full awareness, because I personally feel half knowledge is the most dangerous weapon. So I'll make sure that I'm just giving you as much information as possible. Okay, let's go. So benefits, let's start with the benefits, and let me just hype you up with all the benefits that we have. First of all, the most important thing in terms of education and career opportunities, I would not say there are better, but even our country has a lot of good institute providing a lot of good educational background, but it's kind of very diverse, kind of really broad, because you get to study with all the top educators all around the globe, right? They have a lot of international exposure, which becomes very, very important, as well as in terms of career opportunities. As you know, like our country is kind of still a bit behind in terms of what how they treat and what they treat their employees like. So in those terms, you have a lot better opportunities, both in terms of career, in terms of job, I mean when I say career, and as well as educational, because you are surrounded by the best faculty ever who are actually very keen on doing what they do. And that was one thing I observed. All my teachers who were present there, they were side by side doing other things as well, but teaching was one of their prime interests. So they never used to come to the class on the basis of what the clock is saying. They would stay till 10 p.m. if it requires. They might come at 7 a.m. in the morning if it requires. Their lectures might not just end on the time scheduled, but till the time they actually feel the need. Sorry about that. So these educators are actually very, very passionate about what they do. So you would actually feel like you want to listen to them. And you have to keep one thing in mind, that when you move abroad, the educational pattern, the curriculum system is very, very different from us, right? So for example, they do not take attendance like how we do in our colleges. We literally go for the attendance, isn't it? So that is something which is not there. So you have to take full authority of yourself. You have to make sure that you're taking full responsibility of yourself. And trust me, there was never a day when I didn't want to go, even though there was no attendance. And that's one point. I just want to give you a hint how good it's going to be. Yeah. Second most important point is international exposure, right? It's very, very important, guys. It's really important to see what is happening beyond our boundaries, what is happening beyond our comfort. You get to meet people from literally every part of the world. You get to know their cultures, their language, the kind of food they eat, the kind of things they like, right? And trust me, everyone is equally interested to know what you do as well. And that's the beauty of studying abroad. That is one of my favorite benefits. Trust me, like I did not realize that it's going to be like that before, but after I actually went abroad and started studying, I realized that this is one of the key advantage. Your mind will suddenly broaden up, because there's so many things that we will maybe find difficult, but if you meet people from the other side of the world, you're going to realize there's so many things happening around which is so much more important. The things that you would be cribbing about would not be as relevant as for others. So there are a lot of exposure that happens, and it's actually very good for your personality development. You'll get to know things happening around the globe, and you'll have that exposure which will play a very important role in your life. Okay, next, and the most important one, which I'm sure your parents will be really, really happy if you tell them, is entering the adulthood. Okay, and why I say it as adulthood, I'm sure we all are adults, but I just want to say, like, don't go with the literal meaning, but honestly what happens is I personally never did anything in my house. Like my mom was giving me food, my clothes were done, my bed was done. I had nothing to do at all. I was like the queen in my house. Yeah. So the moment I went abroad, I had to literally do each and everything on my own, right? I had to cook myself, I had to get my groceries, I had to do my clothes, I had to do my dishes. I need to make sure that I'm putting my electricity bill, house bill, water bill, everything I was doing on my own. And suddenly it strikes you that welcome to the world where you have to actually take care of yourself. There's nobody running around telling you aisa karo, waisa mat karo, and you have to make sure you do it yourself, right? So suddenly the entire responsibility, the entire step towards in your life, it suddenly comes up at that time, because you are in a world where you are new and you have to take full authority of yourself. And I think that's again like one of the big advantage of moving abroad. And make sure you tell your parents about this, and if you're still in the process of convincing them, trust me, they're gonna be convinced if you mention this point. And tell them I told you this, and I'm telling this after my experience. I'm not telling that without my experience. So it was initially it becomes a little hard, but in the long span it's going to be very, very fruitful for you. Yeah, so these are the 3 top benefits of studying abroad. Okay, so after I've hyped you up all, I'm just gonna talk about some drawbacks now. I could not actually think of a lot of drawbacks, because I personally did not feel there were so many, but there are 2 which I would like to just draw your attention towards. First of all, the overall cost. Okay, now overall cost, I'm sure you are still aware because आपने research किया होगा colleges के बारे में. Like the fees and the living expenses, they are so much high in comparison to what we do in India or in any of the Asian countries. You will feel that Australia, चाहे आप Australia जाओ, US जाओ, Canada जाओ, UK जाओ या entire Europe की ही बात कर लेते हैं, आपकी overall fees काफ़ी ज़्यादा रहती है. ठीक है, आपकी फ़ीस ज़्यादा है तो there are a lot of people who kind of struggle with it, and there are a lot of students whose dream tend to just stop because of the financial conditions, and there are a lot of people who tend to take loans for the studies. In fact, I have taken myself, so that becomes a lot of pressure on oneself that मैंने इतना, you know, like I have taken so much of financial help and I need to perform well, I need to find a job, I need to do this, I need to do that. It becomes a lot of heaviness on your head. ठीक है, तो क्योंकि ओवरऑल कॉस्ट ज़्यादा रहता है, यू विल फील सम सॉर्ट ऑफ अ प्रेशर इफ़ यू आर नॉट दैट फाइनेंशियली ग्रेट. ठीक है, बिकॉज आप देखोगे आप हर रेंज के लोग जाते हैं अब्रॉड, either they are very rich or if they're not very rich, they try and arrange things and go. So it becomes like a lot of pressure. Like I could feel the pressure, you know, every single day that I have done so much, my entire family has put so much of effort for me. I need to make sure that I make sure every day counts for me. I'm going to make sure that I put a good tick mark on each and every day that I've done something really fruitful for myself. ठीक है, तो overall cost arrange करना भी और उसको maintain करना भी थोड़ा मुश्किल होता है. So that's one drawback of studying abroad. Second is emotional baggage. ठीक है, initially like this is one thing, अगर आप थोड़े इंट्रोवर्ट हो और आप ज़्यादा सोशलाइज करना पसंद नहीं करते हो, ज़्यादा लोगों से मिंगल नहीं करते हो, तो आफ्टर अ सर्टन टाइम बिकॉज आप अपने फैमिली से काफ़ी लंबे ड्यूरेशंस के लिए अलग रहोगे, यू माइट फील अ लिटिल लो. ठीक है, थोड़ा लोनली फील होता है कभी कभी अब अगर आप ज़्यादा अपने आप को मिंगल नहीं करोगे. एंड स्पेशली क्या होता है कि when you go for your masters, if you're going for your masters, everybody is so busy with their studies, there's so much of competition, you don't really get so much time to spend time with others. तो उसमें आपका जो alone time होता है उसका ज़्यादा बढ़ जाता है. So there are a lot of people who tend to feel really lonely, and I personally, like I came back to India after literally मैं 1 साल के बाद आती थी, तो मेरे लिए बहुत ही ज़्यादा like it just used to become really emotional baggage for me, where I used to just feel very lonely and very panicky even though I had loads of friends. But at the end of the day, we all miss home, we all miss our cultures. So this is one thing that I personally feel, and I really want to tell you, if you're a person who really loves your country and you like the culture, you like just being free on every ground, you're gonna miss things. You're gonna miss the food, you're gonna miss the streets, you're gonna miss the air, you're gonna miss the climate first of all. तो ऐसी चीज़ें काफ़ी होती है, तो emotional baggage will come down. Okay, but I'm sure you're strong, you can take it through, and I trust me, like even though there are emotional overall drawbacks, I would definitely recommend you guys to actually have this experience, because this is one experience that's going to be there for the rest of your life. So make sure you count it. Okay, so that was pretty much about the advantages and disadvantages. I just want to quickly discuss the upcoming courses. There's one coming on the grammar course where I will just discuss about the areas where we go wrong. I'm not just going to be throwing up unnecessary theoretical information. I will just make sure that I'm just correcting on the most common errors. So that's going to be starting from 3rd of January. And if you go to my Unacademy profile and type my name and go to the courses wala button, you'll see all these courses description along with schedule of each and every class and a demo video of me explaining of what these courses are like. Okay, so there are also new courses coming up, jiska description you'll see on my profile very soon, or you can just go to my profile and give a look. And the subscription option, obviously if you're gonna see, you go to the profile and see, you'll see a subscription button. To attend those plus classes, you'll have to take a subscription at such economical rates. Guys, I just really want to request you कि please आप लोग एक बार अच्छे से prepare करके जाओ, because I have so many students coming down after giving the exam 3-4 times. Why waste so much money when you could actually just prepare properly and go? So give yourself time, prepare properly, and get the targeted band score that you want. Make sure you give yourself time. It's an expensive exam. You don't want to give it over and over again, and it's just stressful. So make sure कि आप उसको अच्छे से prepare करो and come to my class. I'll deal with you personally. You don't have to worry about anything else, because I have been there and I've done it, and I really want to help each and every one of you to do the same. Okay? Now, when you're taking subscription, you have to make sure you use my referral code, which is Fatma Meenaal, FATMAMEENAAL. Make sure you put the spelling correct, because there's so many people who keep typing my name wrong and they say, ma'am, आपका subscription code लग नहीं रहा है. So make sure you use my spelling correct, so you'll get a 10% discount with that. And also after you use me, if you use my referral code, I'll make sure I'll deal with you personally. Okay? Now these are the list of advantages for having a plus subscription, right? Which I also discussed at the beginning of the class, but in case you want to refer, it's listed down here. Okay? And as I said, I'm available on different social media profiles as well, Telegram, Instagram and Facebook. And if you have any further questions and queries, you can let me know. And in case you have any topic that you want me to discuss about, let me know in the comment section. Okay? And if you did like the video today, make sure you give a like, thumbs up, and kindly share it with your friends, and make sure you show it to your family who are not being yet convinced. Okay? So I hope you like the video. Take care. I hope to see you in the next video. Bye bye.